A fault is a weakness, a defect, a fracture. Faults divide, tear, and consume. Here in the city of Chester's Chasm, we struggle to maintain that precarious balance over the precipice in the earth, in our lives, and in our hearts. This story is about 4 teenagers with faults of their own.
The fault between my faith and freedom.
The fault between my family and identity.
The fault between my life and death.
The fault between my guilt and revenge.
As these fractures grow, we stand at the edge and ask, what must we sacrifice to sate the void's endless hunger? Is it possible that the answer lies within all our faults? Greetings, and welcome to All Our Faults, a Monster Hearts 2 actual play podcast by the Tabletop Talespinners Network. I am your hostess and MC, Mistress Winter. The world is ending, or at least that's how it feels when I inevitably run across headlines documenting the crumbling of our civilization. Massive human rights violations, active suppression of people's power and voices, those in power not being held to any accountability. With every new thing, I grow increasingly frightened about going back to a home that is no more what it was, and is certainly not inviting or welcoming. It is quite overwhelming when I stop to think about it. I feel small and insignificant in the face of this growing darkness. Our teens must feel the same way as their world is torn asunder and their worst nightmares become realized. Michael's attempt to save Saline by complying with famine's demands bore only apocalyptic fruit. Despite Crispin and Solomon's attempts to intervene, famine sacrificed the captured princess and initiated a cataclysm, drawing nightmares from countless realms unknown. Content warnings for this episode include description of a grievous wound, massive blood loss, and minor body horror. Time codes are in the show notes. Shoutouts and thank yous after the show. Chapter 36. Scarlett Dawn. The floodgates are open. Creatures from every nightmare stream into the mortal world, destruction and chaos, their only intent. It is not just the wild hunt from Saline's home realm, though their savage riders and dire wolves lead the charge, barreling out of the portal and up through the cascade. Winged things of demonic origin spread their foul leathery membranes and take to the sky. Many-limbed monstrosities clamber up the rocks with apparent ease, while twisted snake-like beings slither their way through other tunnels. None of them sharing concern for the handful of mortals around them. Solomon, you watch on, still processing the order of events that led up to this disaster. But even more disturbing is the look of victorious satisfaction on Dr. Miller's reddening face. What might have seemed like a deep blush at first begins to spread over the doctor's body, melting her flesh into a rough leather, until a devil stands where the woman was. It seems I've lost a friendly wager with famine. No matter. The former doctor's voice is filled with malice and an undertone of war cries. I must be off to usher in our new world. The avatar of war turns and strides toward the flow of monsters, vanishing with it into the night. On the other side of the cave, Crispin, you wrestle a non-resistant Barbara to the ground. Your strength is solid, pinning the emaciated teen down while securing the bloody knife she used on Saline. Barbara relinquishes it, giving you a momentary success. Her hand presses to your cheek, a look of pity in those soulless eyes. War's champion still keeps his loyalty to the mortals. Shame, you could have been one of us. Her sympathetic gaze dissolves into one of murderous intent, along with the rest of her face, leaving a desiccated corpse of a girl under you. The hold on your cheek grows suddenly sharp before it pulls away, and with it, every ounce of strength you have remaining. Your muscles refuse to cooperate as the mummified Barbara rolls you off her with ease and stands. Now you can die with the rest of them. The newly revealed famine spits through the gravel in her throat before disappearing into the tunnels. From your vantage on the cave floor, you spot Sarah, perched on the bridge railing overhead, or at least what was Sarah. The girl's visage has changed drastically, the features of youthful beauty exaggerated to mind-bending proportions. Meeting your gaze, she gives a wistful smile that threatens to rob you of your will. I had hoped that we'd be friends as well as colleagues. She holds out a small object. But you had to choose the fairy bitch. What a waste. Sarah tosses the compact mirror at the still body of Saline, emphasizing her point. She slips off the bridge and is gone. Michael, the effects of drinking Fey blood wanes as the power you stole dissipates, but you still feel weakened. Having finally slipped the token of protection into Saline's hand, you watch as the blood gushing from the girl's neck slows. While that has stopped her from dying momentarily, she is almost as pallid as a blood-starved vampire and teeters on the verge of death. That is when a ghostly growl creeps into your ear, sending warnings of danger down your spine. The spectral form of Kocar bares his teeth, looming over you, an eager gleam of violent vengeance in his flame-wreathed eyes as he prepares to end his hunt. Spawn of Fenris! A familiar voice calls into the caves. Death rebukes you! Turning your eyes skyward, you watch as Scarlett descends in a swift and strangely controlled glide. Behind her, a black mass of ravens whirl and caw behind her. At her motion, the murderer rushes forward, diving through the wolf like so many black spears. With a howl of pain, the phantom disperses in a violent burst of shadow. Scarlett alights gently next to Saline and kneels down. Her hand becomes translucent as she slides it into the girl's neck. The sight reminds you of your own salvation at the hand of death. The wound knits itself, and Scarlett withdraws her hand. I have done what I can, but we need to get her to safety. If you can walk, take her. Solomon, help Crispin. We will retreat to my sanctum. From there, she leads you out of the cascade to the protection of her mausoleum in the graveyard. And that's where we begin.
What?
Wild. How close to death is Saline right now? Is there like a need for something to be done?
If you turn my girlfriend into a fey vampire, I'm going to kick your ass.
So about that, does Saline yet again need saving, or is this an unconscious and healing and will gain like 1d8 hit points after a full rest?
She has healed 1, and you can heal 1 per session or 2 if you have somebody helping you out.
Yeah, I will try to help Saline out because there aren't many people who matter in my life. Saline's one of them.
Aw.
Am I still unconscious? I'm just unconscious for this whole thing, right?
For that, yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, I can't imagine you're doing well.
No.
But there in the crypts below the mausoleum, you will come to consciousness. The small, cramped crypt is alight with candles. There are small pieces of furniture that Scarlett has arranged in the room to make it a little more homey.
I think that Michael's going to look at Scarlett quizzically after realizing where they are.
Huh. So, do you, live here?
Live is not exactly the optimal term.
Oh. Same. So why here? And, what the fuck are you?
Well, here, because it fits my aesthetic, for one. And two, no one ever comes in here. As to your second question, or third, if we're counting, I am a spirit.
Do I have any hunger here? Do I feel like if I tried to feed, I'd get nothing out of it?
Do you mean if you fed on someone living, you wouldn't get any benefit from it?
No, out of, oh my god, Scarlett. Is Scarlett dead enough where it doesn't ping my, hunger and predatory nerves?
In terms of your, blood sense,
Yeah.
she is a void.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. So, why did you help?
That is my role as an agent of death.
And I think there's a beat. Do you know what happened to Bert?
I don't. I lost track of him during the events of the Cascade, and I have been searching for him and Master Death for some time.
And death?
I have found neither, which seems to be the least of our problems at current.
Yes. Thank you for helping.
Question.
Okay.
Because I have that, bond with William, am I able to, summon him to me?
Hey, you know what? Why not?
Michael will just sort of look off, stare into the distance, and just go,
William, come, please.
and he'll, I guess, wait. But also check on Saline.
Okay.
Quick question for the MC. Saline doesn't know this. Player me knows this. My mirror got thrown at me. Did anyone pick it up?
I think Michael knows it's significant and would have probably grabbed it. That seems reasonable to me.
I'll slip it into Selene's pocket for safekeeping when I go check on her.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I jump in before you real fast? I'm so sorry. I don't want to affect anything you're about to do.
No, you're good.
Carrying you back from this shit show, Crispin is going to have you slung over his shoulder as best he can. And so, I know Solomon will try to help, but Crispin will be no one can touch her, blah, blah, blah. And I think the closer they get to Scarlett's hideout, his strength will start to flag to the point where Solomon is almost carrying both of them. But Crispin will insist on kind of arranging Saline. I imagine none of the furniture Scarlett could have gotten down here on her own could be terribly large. I'm going to assume that the largest piece is a love seat. So I think Crispin is going to sit kind of sideways on it and arrange Saline kind of in his lap as comfortably as he can so he can just be around her.
Saline comes to, this girl looks bad. Always. This is the worst y'all have ever seen her. Probably the worst she's ever felt. She will, I think, kind of sit up with a gasp and immediately start scrambling away from everyone. So she's trying to get away from Crispin. She does not want to be around Michael. She doesn't know where the fuck she is. She is backing herself up against a wall, trying to figure out what happened and where she is. But she is going to kind of go mute for the first couple of minutes of being conscious.
I'm not going to try to restrain you, but I am going to kind of hey, you're safe. We got out of there. It's fine. Take a breath. You're with friends. Everything's not okay, but for the moment, just breathe.
Did you see what was coming out of that portal? There is no way we are safe.
I was a little more focused on you and the whole bleeding out of your neck situation.
Actually, you can be safe.
Michael will hand over, like, the bones that were given.
Here, this was part of the deal. This gives you protection. This was going to happen either way.
She definitely shoves your hand away. It's like, I don't want your stupid thing.
You already have yours.
Take it back then. And she'll start searching her person for the bone or whatever it is. And when she finds it, she will throw it at you.
Crispin will take his, but will kind of eye you up and down and go, deal. What are you talking about? This was going to happen either way.
The good doctor was working with my maker. It was either comply or die. And I at least got protection for us.
You brought about the end of the fucking world.
They were going to take you and murder you to do it. This was my way to stop that.
Michael, I have been hunted for months. I have been marching towards death for months. And suddenly you think it's your responsibility to do something that ends up destroying not just the Fae realm, but now our realm too? Now I'm supposed to be grateful and take your protection? No, absolutely not.
That's up to you. But if it was going to happen either way, I figured I'd keep us safer. This is better than your murder.
He's right, Saline.
So you're on his side now?
No, that's not what I mean. There are things much, much bigger than us at play here.
No shit.
You remember how upset I got when I found out about you? And then I was suddenly able to get over it?
Yeah, you've been a little weird, but I've been a little preoccupied with everything else to really focus on it.
It's because I found out just how deeply fucked we've been from the start. You being a fairy, Michael being a vampire, Solomon being a werewolf. It all pales in comparison to what we're actually up against. And Michael's right. This was going to happen one way or another because we're a bunch of stupid kids and we can't push back against gods or eldritch horrors or fairy tale magic. Michael did what he did to try to protect us. And it's more than I ever did.
I understand that this whole other creatures exist and other realms exist and magic and things way bigger than you can comprehend is new to you. And then she'll turn to Michael, and it's fucking new to you as well. As much as you don't want to admit it, it is still brand new to you as well. But I have lived with it my whole life. Do not tell me that I do not understand the odds that we're up against. I was never trying to save everything. Until recently, I was only trying to save myself. Don't take some high and mighty route with me that you were doing it to protect me. That either of you really fucking understand. Because you don't.
I just did the best I thought I could. That's it.
And you fucked everything in the process. Because you wouldn't listen.
That's the thing. It was all going to end this way, and either you were going to be murdered to do it, or I could find a way to prevent that. That was the only choice I had, because either way, that doctor was going to do exactly what she did. It was a matter of how and when. So you can get pissy all you want about me trying to do something, but clearly I did the best I could.
So nice to see you take responsibility for your actions. Thank you for helping lead to the destruction of one of my homes and opening up the portal for the destruction of the other. I really fucking appreciate it. And she's gonna turn away and go to some corner of the crypt and just kind of like sit there in the corner, seething.
Give me a shut someone down, if you will, please.
Nope. 6.
Okay.
Solomon, would doggy like a bone?
And Michael will hand over one of the protective bones.
Don't eat it. You keep this in your pocket. It will protect you.
How?
How can you be such a snarky bastard, even right now?
It's my coping mechanism.
How is this going to protect me?
I don't know quite how, but it worked. It helped prevent Saline from dying. Her wound closed.
I'll take it.
Scarlett will regard the fighting trio. It is petty grievances such as this that have started this whole apocalypse in the process. Shall we instead put our energies and efforts into stopping it?
Crispin is going to sort of gesture broadly to the group and just go, the 5 of us, stop the end of the world. That feels like a pretty tall order.
What do you know that we don't?
What I know is that Master Death has been guarding the mortal world for centuries beyond counting. He has acted as adjudicator for these extraplanar creatures.
The games.
Yes.
Dr. Miller told me that they have been playing games.
Our vision cuts from the moment back to a dimly lit living room as Crispin recalls what Dr. Miller had revealed to him. There are those of us whose nature and power transcend our respective realms. And what are we to do with that power? What is power without purpose? We found it in testing our strength against each other. However, battling each other on our own ground netted little benefit, so we needed a neutral ground. Your world and its mortal inhabitants provided all the resources we needed, and they renewed themselves through a natural process called the cycle, the maester of which you know commonly as death. This avatar of mortality, as powerful as they are, fell to a bargain, one that allowed us to use this world as a sort of training ground, a place for war games where we could pit our strategy and influence against one another, all under the rules and conditions set by our adjudicator. Dr. Miller swirls the wine in her glass as she reminisces. We've played these games for millennia. So much so, we've become legends in your Christian mythology, specifically in apocalyptic lore. She chuckles. I quite appreciate the horseman iconography. Quite fits my aesthetic. You remember that seal that was so important to the Church of Eternal Vigilance, of course. The Bible would call it one of the 7 seals that, if broken, would herald the end. They're not too far off. The glyphs limit our power in this world, cutting off our connection to our realms during these games. A sly smile lifts the corner of her lips. She leans forward, projecting an excited intensity. But we've changed the rules. No longer are we content to struggle endlessly against each other. Death is no longer our judge. It is time to end the exercises and to use our power for its true purposes, to bring an end to the cycle.
Crispin waits and just tries to let that information seep into him, and he finds himself both overwhelmed with questions and strangely at peace that of course this is happening. Of course this is happening to him. So the church, it's all a lie? None of the things I've been raised in my entire life mean anything?
It is not a lie, per se. The church has been useful, but useful to whom? Death would have used the church to protect the glyphs that secured your world.
Like the one I tried to destroy the night of my vigil?
Yes.
The one that Saline destroyed. The one that I watched Saline destroy. He'll try to redirect the conversation. Okay, so what happens when someone wins? Or is this just another game you're trying to play to pass off eternity?
It was entertaining, keeping us from greater acts of boredom. In the past, we laid waste to our battleground, and death would declare one of us the winner. We would return to our realms and prepare for our next game. In our own cycle, I suppose. But this time is different. There was an idea floated that perhaps, as powerful as we are individually, what greatness we could reach together.
But then I don't understand. If you're working together, what are you fighting against? What is this about?
The ends are through the means, causing strife and starting wars. Our purpose in and of themselves.
So you just want to torture mortals?
No, not at all. When war, famine, and plague ride together, death will fall and the cycle will end. Torturing mortals is just a bit of side fun. Fade back in on the present as Crispin finishes his retelling.
They've decided that it's time to move on.
The sigil that you were to protect, Crispin, was a seal protecting the mortal world from such an event. But humanity's lesser nature has weakened it, and with a little influence, war has managed to break it. All they needed then, her eyes flicked to Saline, was someone to open the portal.
I didn't open it.
Scarlett will continue. But opening the portal to the Fey realm was not enough. They needed a portal to anywhere. Thus, Saline's new scars. The need for Saline's Fey blood to supercharge the portal, at least as I best understand it.
So my blood has, magic powers. Awesome. Love this new development.
You are a child between worlds. It is understandable that your very existence, your very being, can create pathways between realms.
Well, this is all getting very, science-y. Tell me something. So, what's happening here is big portal into world stuff. But sums it up?
Yes, in the crudest of terms.
Alright, I guess we just gotta kill them all then. He rolls up his sleeves. I'm looking for a good stretch.
Solomon, I know counting has never been your strong suit, but there's so many more of them than there are of us. And I know that you're badass.
Tell me who else is here to hold the line, Crispin.
I think we should just let Scarlett kind of finish what she's saying, because I know you're a badass, and I know Michael can be a badass. And Saline, obviously you have some stuff going on, but you don't seem, no offense, the fightiest person. And I'm certainly not. So maybe a different approach would be better.
Yes, more a scalpel than a hammer.
Okay, you know what? Don't say the thing I'm trying to say better than me. It's rude.
There's just a slight smirk.
And you can see on Crispin's face that he is trying to lighten the mood a little bit. You were saying? He turns back to Scarlett.
We need to find a way to close the portal again and seal it from any future use.
How?
Future use?
That may have to be the solution.
But then Saline will be trapped on one side.
Perhaps.
Is this the only portal to that place?
I can imagine that there are others, but I have no knowledge of them.
Saline, what about you? Are there other portals between your Fey world and ours?
Probably somewhere in the world. There's, the Fae are always splitting out and getting up to things, but a permanent portal that someone who's not fully Fae could routinely access. Well, I don't know about anything like that. I only know of the one. That doesn't mean they don't exist, I suppose. There's a lot that I don't know, clearly.
How about this? Have you tried, like, absorbing it? You've like, closed it before, right? So, like, what if you just, like, like, slurp it up? I got a straw, and he pulls out a straw from his pocket.
Why are you carrying trash around?
You never know when you gotta drink something.
Saline is just gonna stare, but this will be the thing that kind of breaks her out of her, like, pissy, like, shutting everybody out, and she will start to laugh a bit, and then just, like, run her hand over her face and go, you know what? It's as good of an idea as any. I don't really know how I closed it the first time. And then I sort of created a hole in it later, and now it's open again. So, it could be possible. I have no fucking idea. I really don't.
If there's no other way to close this thing that we know of, at least, then we have to do a Hail Mary, so to speak.
Scarlett, is that sort of your plan as well?
What do you mean, Hail Mary?
All in. Throw it long and hope it lands. Type of deal. Last-ditch effort.
I still don't understand what course of action you are referring to.
Do you know? Oh, you seem to be an expert here. Do you know if Saline can just, like, any, like, motions from outside of himself to inside of himself? Just, like, if she can just, like, keeps doing the same motion. He's not explaining any further. He doesn't know how to put it in more simpler terms than just, like, absorb it. So he's just like, yeah, that whole deal. You know how when you, like, get hit by water and then it, like, sinks in over time? It's like that, but faster. Way faster.
Yes. I do not know the extent of Saline's abilities. I only became aware of them through recent events, so I'm just as knowledgeable as any of you.
Oh, great.
I don't know the extent of my abilities. No one tells me anything. My father would have some insight, but, he's probably dead, and I have no way to contact him. I don't even have the way that I used to be able to talk to him. Not that it worked anymore, because I fucking broke it. And she'll kind of, like, throw her hands down against herself, and she'll feel the compact, and she'll pull it out, and clearly be very confused. And she will definitely look at everyone else's faces to see if they recognize it at all, any answers there.
It's a cool watch.
Can I maybe gaze into the abyss?
Sure. What are you looking for?
If this is an object of curiosity, what's its deal?
Sure.
You don't just want to ask?
No, you're so difficult.
We can't just communicate. We can't just set that precedent now.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that after you fucking took my blood.
I got a 7.
Okay.
So, like, I imagine, like, my eyes go red and I just kind of stare at it and, like, get uncomfortably close to it as you're holding it up.
Curious.
She definitely tries to move it away when you do that.
What is that?
And what is it? What's its deal?
The sense that you get from it, it is more than just a simple makeup compact. There is an unseen signal, in a sense, coming off of it.
Saline, what is that?
It's my way to contact my father. Or it was, before I broke it, and then lost it, and now it's back in my pocket. I don't really know how that happened.
Is there any way to make it work again?
And I think he'll look over at Scarlett. She seems to know things.
Scarlett stares at you blankly.
Oh God, do we have to go to a library? Oh.
Can I gaze into the abyss again to know where the heck William is? Because I have tasted his blood, so I get a +3 instead of a -1 to that one.
I'll do you one better.
Okay.
As you start to tug on that thread, your cell phone rings. and it is William. Where are you? It is absolute mayhem here. I can't, everyone is driving erratically, and I have avoided not 2, but 3 various accidents by breaking several laws that I am sure will get me ticketed at some point.
Sweetheart, calm down. Are you able to travel safely?
I am traveling. I am just about there.
Okay, yes, the cemetery. I will go above ground to get you.
That would be lovely, considering some of the things that I have seen tonight defy any explanation, and I think are incredibly violent and dangerous.
Drive safe. I will see you soon.
Safety doesn't seem to be an option, but yes, I will see you moments. And it cuts off.
Michael's just gonna, boom, like lightning fast, vampire speed, out the door.
I presume that call was pretty loud in the mausoleum situation we're in.
Oh, yeah.
At the mention of like chaos outside, things are bad, I'm going to pull out my own phone and I'm going to call, not my dad, but I am going to call Greg Fields, who is the cop affiliated with our church, who was at the school the night Jacob died.
Wow. Yeah. Pulling up the cop buddy. Okay.
So I'm going to call Officer Fields, and when he answers...
Officer Fields here.
Vigilant you stand.
Forever in his name. There is a lot happening here. What do you...
I know. Listen, the seal, it's broken. Hell has been unleashed on Earth. We failed. Gather everyone you can at the church. We are going to war.
Give me either a hot or a cold.
I'm going to give you a cold.
Okay.
And I'm going to invoke my new thing. I got to take a move from any skin, and I took a blank canvas from the hollow. Whenever you take an action that embodies one of your conditions, you can add one to your roll and then cross it off. So I'm going to invoke Holier Than Thou.
Amazing.
Bet you regret giving me all those fucking conditions now.
I don't. It was so much fun.
I love it.
No, I think that's brilliant gameplay.
So that is 11.
Lovely. Officer Fields will hear the seriousness in your voice, will tie it to what is happening for him at the moment. Yes, of course. We shall muster within the hour.
Officer Fields, make sure you get my mother somewhere safe.
As he wills it.
And I will hang up.
Are we all meeting at this church place that you said?
Absolutely not.
Okay. That informs me on a thing. I'm going to also make a call, because I don't believe I have her number for real. I'm going to call the diner that Amir works at.
Yeah, you just Google the number of the diner.
Yeah. I'm going to call them up.
The phone rings several times, but no one answers.
Oh, that's concerning. We got like a rendezvous point. Is that something we're gonna... should we all meet up back here or something? Because Michael's gone.
Are we going somewhere?
Oh, Michael's gone. I'm gonna go get someone that I believe could help, and they also might be in danger.
I feel like leaving is a bad idea.
Being here in general is a bad idea. I feel like just being in this, particular situations.
I think being anywhere is a bad idea, but at least here we're all together.
Yeah, obviously the thing you do in, bad situations is split up.
No. Nope.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic, but Michael's already left, so I feel like we've already passed the point of not splitting up.
I think he's coming back.
I'm also coming back. I'm just, gonna also go out for a minute. I left her behind before. I don't want to do it again.
Don't die, please.
Crispin is up in his feelings after thinking about his mom in this whole situation. And so he'll kind of clap Solomon on the shoulder and he'll go, "You better come back, because if you don't, I'm going to kick your ass."
I'll hold you to that. And then I'll wolf on. And then I'll run on all fours as fast as I can out of there. I don't think I'm quite as fast as Michael, but I'm still pretty fast, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
You've got a lot more self to move.
Give me a runaway.
That's a 6 total.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. Before we resolve that and what's going on with Michael, anything further with Crispin and Saline and Scarlett by extension?
I'm just gonna open up the compact and see if anything has changed, and or if I can get brief glimpses of my father, because that happened once.
Yeah, it did. To your possibly joyous surprise, your compact has been repaired.
I'm so sus right now. What? No one has informed. It's fine. Of course, Michael didn't tell me what happened or how that he put my why would he? Oh, it's fine. So yes, I will be very suspiciously, sort of excitedly surprised, and I will call out to my father, who's probably dead, but it's fine.
The familiar swirls of the magic making the connection solidify into an image of your father and his huntress, Naradia, mid-combat, covered in all colors of viscera and blood, some their own, some not, as they race across the snowy land. Saline! Oh, it is so good to see you. I had feared the worst.
Father, I'm okay for now. You're not, though. You're not safe.
This is actually the greatest news that I've had in some time, and it piles on top of the fact that the portal has opened, and we are once again able to traverse. We are headed there now.
I don't know if that's a good idea. There's a lot. The portal is not just open to the Fey realm, it's open to every realm. I don't really understand it.
I don't understand how that's possible, unless you're alive, so they didn't kill you to open it.
They might have tried. They tried. They definitely tried. I did almost die. I'm okay now. I genuinely, mostly okay. I'm not dying.
We are coming to get you. That world is compromised, and we must get you to safety.
But the Fey realm isn't safe.
It will be once all of the hunt has poured into the mortal realm.
But what about my family here and my friends? I can't just leave them to die.
They are probably already gone if you have not seen them. I cannot believe that they have any defense against what is streaming into that world.
We can't just abandon an entire world. There must be something we can do.
I do not know it, but at least you'll be safe.
I don't care if I'm safe if it's at the expense of an entire world.
You are my world, and I will save you at any cost.
She'll be silent.
Crispin and Scarlett are standing kind of off to the side, just silently listening to this, as Saline is arguing with her dad, and I don't care if I'm safe if it's at the expense of a whole world. Crispin will cast a sidelong glance to Scarlett and just kind of quietly under his breath. I mean, he's not wrong. I don't see how we come out of this. And he turns his attention back to Saline, who is pleading with her father. I just don't see how this turns out well for anyone.
All Our Faults is a Tabletop Tale Spinners production. TTN Creative Director is Emma Kocar. The cast of All Our Faults includes Abby Marie Carter as Saline, Extell as Solomon, Juicy Garland as Michael, and Kat Kelly as Crispin. I have been your MC, hostess, and producer, Mistress Winter. If you'd like more information on what's going on with the All Our Faults cast or other shows by TTN, our socials and web links are in the show notes. Thank you for listening, and we wish your hearts hope and safety until we meet again. See you next time.
because he's escapable. So okay, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'm imagining like
Treat him like a familiar.
well, no, like in
Channel your
Nosferatu,
inner
how like
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
how Orlok
You
like is
fucking
calling
nerds.
out. Yeah, I only have watched the movie like 5 times.
I'm
plus,
sure.
and it's
So
only
good.
been out for a couple of months. I love that movie; it's so
It's
beautiful.
so
But
good.
also, I love the original.
You
Anyways,
saw it, what, 3 times in the theater?
yep, same.
Nice.
Yeah,
So good. I keep forgetting that this kind of all started with Jacob dying.
Because fuck that guy.
yeah,
Except you did.
and that's
And
why
that's
he died.
why he died.
Yes. Connecting the dots.
This has been a tale from the Tabletop Tale Spinners Network.